Hello, welcome back to my channel, The College Insider. Again, I'm here to bring you some new videos this week on building your college application portfolio. This is going to be under the college prep category. And so I promised you last week that I would bring you this information to give you some inside tips on how to build that college application portfolio. But first, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and liked the videos, please do so. That's given me an idea if I should continue to bring this content to you every week. It's all free content, and I just want to help you get into college, find the right college, learn how to navigate through college, and then get a grown-up job. That's really what I want to do. I have 27 years of experience in college university teaching, and I just enjoy it so much, and I want to give you my insider tips. So please subscribe and like to keep these videos coming. So let's talk a little bit about why you need to build a college application portfolio. Now, is this absolutely necessary to get into a college? No, it's not. You can just do a regular college application, but if you're trying to get into specific colleges that may have a little bit more advanced application process or selected admission programs that maybe only accept a limited number of people into the programs, you're going to have to find a way to stand out against everyone else that's applying for those positions as well. Now, I have a selective admissions college program that I run in healthcare, and so I understand there's a very limited number of spots available. So I absolutely want to pick the students that absolutely know this is what they want to do and that they will excel at it. It's a waste if I accept people that aren't really sure this is what they want to do. And so I really can't stress that if you're trying to find a specific career in a specific college that is selective admissions or just want to have an advantage, then this is really crucial that you show them that you're interested in what you've done besides do good in school and good grades, other things that you have done. And it's also maybe a time to sell yourself. If your grades aren't absolutely a 4.0, then maybe you need to show them, well, maybe I don't excel only in school, but I do other things. I'm a much more well-rounded person because I have other interests and I am involved in other things other than just studying 24/7. In the college atmosphere these days, we're really looking for students that not only are smart and have good test grades, but we're looking for students that are well-rounded, and that means that they are, they have done volunteer work, they do community service, they have done extracurricular activities, they have interpersonal skills. Remember those soft skills we talked about a few weeks ago? Those are things like empathy, interpersonal skills, compassion, all those things that you can't necessarily learn from a book, but that can make you excel over people that don't have those, even if they have a 4.0. So remember that grades are important, test scores are important, but colleges are now looking at other things other than just your test scores and grades. So you want to portray yourself as a very well-rounded individual. We're learning through research that people that maybe don't have 4.0s, but we're still talking decent grades, but that are well-rounded in other areas do succeed more than those that are only smart with no other extracurricular activities or just a high test score. So what should you include in this portfolio? Well, we're going to focus on extracurricular activities, sports and clubs, community service, volunteer work, references. If you can have references from teachers, people that know you personally, it can't be family, obviously, they're going to be a little biased. But if you can have that from people in your community or teachers, those references go a long way. If you've done internships, look for internships that you can do. Now, those are obviously not going to be paid, but it'll show you put the extra work in. Any work you've excelled at. Now, anybody can look at your test scores and your GPA. You can do that just on a college application. This portfolio is going to show everything other than your grades. And so you really need to learn to sell yourself, and this will give you experience when you get ready to get a job. Having that portfolio through college will also give you an advantage over other people in the job market if you have a portfolio of what your accomplishments were in college as well. So don't overwhelm yourself though with so many activities that it affects your grades. So I'm not telling you to go out and join every club and sign up for every volunteer opportunity that you have in your community. I'm telling you to pick things that interest you. Find areas that you would like to, complement your portfolio. If you don't like to be around children, then don't volunteer at the local YMCA for after-school activities. If you do want to be a teacher, then find areas such as that, such as volunteering after school for tutoring and things like that. Find things that are in your wheelhouse of your interest and what you're good at. It's all about balance, though. We don't want you overwhelming yourself and then lowering your grades. You've got to learn to do both. We've got to keep our grades up, but we've also got to find some other activities to show that we're well-rounded. So again, don't overwhelm yourself and join every club and activity at school and find every opportunity you can to volunteer. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying find a balance. You do you. That's our new logo, isn't it? You do you. Be proud of who you are. So don't join clubs or sign up for things because your best friend's doing it. You and your best friend probably don't have the same goal in mind. You may be best friends now and you may be best friends for life, but their interest may not be your interest. And so you don't need to only do what they're doing. You need to find what your strengths and your interests are. And remember, we talked about career assessments and all those online tools that are available to you. Use those. Find where your areas of interest are. You probably have an idea what you're interested in, but by doing those assessments, it's going to solidify that you are good at that, and that's where your interests lie. And again, remember, do multiple ones and see what the common themes are. You should start seeing common themes in your interests and strengths. And then that's a really good way to hone in on what you will be good at as far as your extracurricular activities and your volunteer opportunities. So just make sure you find things that interest you. So it is a way to tell your story. It's a way to introduce yourself on paper. They can look at your transcript and your test scores and figure out where you are academically. We want to know who you are as a person. So why should you be selected to that university? It's a way to sell yourself, and that's something that a lot of us have trouble doing, is kind of bragging on ourselves. Now, there's a difference in bragging on yourself and selling yourself. I'm not saying, say, I'm the greatest person in the whole world. If you don't select me, it's going to be your problem and not mine. We're not talking cocky and braggy. We're talking about confidence. I should be selected to your program because I can be an asset, and here's why. And so there's a way to do that without being cocky or bragging. It's time to brag on yourself. Awards, anything that you were accepted into, Girls State, selected to serve on, a specially appointed committee from your teacher, or anything a teacher volunteered you for, or anything that was extra, a research project maybe you worked on with a faculty member. If you mentored someone, demonstrate your gifts and talents. And, are you musically inclined? Are you going to, go into fine arts? Then you need to lift those talents and gifts that you had as well. Where do you excel? Think about where you are now and what you excel in and what you're drawn to. Those are the things you need to think about listing so that you can highlight those areas. So here's an example. If you're an you love art and you want to be an art major in school, then maybe you would send examples of your work. What are your areas of interest? What type of art do you like? What have you participated in that links you to art? Have you traveled? Do you go to art exhibits? What's your experience in that? You've got to, sell yourself that you know something. Why do you like art? It's a talent, but why do you like it? And what have you done to grow that talent? So this is just kind of one area. If teaching is what you want to do, then your volunteer and your activities should be related to teaching. After school activities, tutoring, mentoring, those kinds of things. Healthcare. Then you've, maybe worked at nursing homes and helped the older people. There's lots of things that you can link to something that you're specifically interested in. Okay, I'm going to try to wrap this up. I'm trying to make these short, but also try to start your portfolio by your junior year. Earlier is better, but if you get to your junior year, you can still pull some of that stuff together. But that gives you time to think about what activities you are interested in. And a lot of websites out there offer these online portfolio building sites. So check those out. There are a lot of free ones, and build your portfolio electronically. And then when you do the college application process, you're probably going to have to submit that electronically. And you don't see a place to upload a portfolio, then look for a section maybe that says additional information, and you can upload your online portfolio there. So, you're going to have to play with that a little bit and see what templates you can find in a way to get it to the person. But I will also tell you, when I have students that come to my program for selective admission during their interview, sometimes they bring that with them in a paper form, and that's good too. So you have options there. But most applications now are going to be online, and so if you have an upload, if you can upload that, that's even better. Last thing I'm going to tell you, don't let your parents do it for you, okay? You need to start showcasing things on your own because they're going to ask you about these things. Well, what was your interest in this and what did you do? And if you didn't do it, you're not going to know the answer. Parents are fine to help you with that, but get used to doing your own work because when you pour yourself into it, it's going to show. And that's what impresses people. Okay, guys, trying to keep it under 10 minutes, but didn't quite make it. Thank you so much. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And again, send me any questions you may have at the.collegeinsider@yahoo.com. Thanks for listening, guys. Till next time.